Are you ready to take your organization's productivity to new heights? Do you want to gain a competitive edge in today's fast-paced business landscape? Look no further. Center for Public Service Productivity and Development, CPROD, is here to empower you and your team with the tools, knowledge, and support you need to drive success. As a corporate member of CPROD, you'll unlock a world of possibilities. Let's dive into the exciting benefits that await you. Gain access to CPROD's unmatched professionals who will provide you with valuable insights, strategies, and best practices to enhance your organization's productivity. Free monthly lecture series on industry trends to keep you one step ahead. Training and workshops from our comprehensive offerings to empower your workforce to perform at their best. Enjoy exclusive discounts on our range of services so as to maximize your investment and achieve exceptional results while saving on costs. 30% discount on in-plant training sessions customized to meet your organization's unique needs. Gain unlimited access to CPROD's comprehensive e-resource library, which covers research reports, case studies, publications, etc. to fuel your growth. Benchmarking and performance metrics services. Networking opportunities with like-minded professionals, industry leaders, and potential partners. Recognition and awards. Access to a suite of productivity tools, templates, and software to boost your efficiency. Join us at the upcoming Membership Certification Workshop, where you'll gain valuable insights and strategies to drive productivity within your organization. Choose to attend in person at Sheraton Lagos Hotel, Ikeja, Lagos, or join us online via Zoom. Unlock the power of productivity and propel your organization to new heights. Visit our website to learn more about becoming a corporate member of CPROD. Don't wait. Visit www.centerforproductivity.org/cprodmembershipworkshop.php now and embark on a transformative journey towards enhanced productivity and success. CPROD is here to support you every step of the way. For more info, contact us via info@centerforproductivity.org +234 803 587.
Our professional lecture seminar for the month of May 2025. The title for today is 10 Easy Steps to be more productive. We all know that productivity determines bottom line for every organization, even individuals. Where an organization or an individual is not productive, then there will be a problem, not in the nearest future. And the company or organization may not have what we call going concern. It might dip. And when it dips, it doesn't only affect the staff, it affects the owner of the business. So every day, every hour, every minute, and every second, an organization must look for a way to move forward, to be more productive, so as to enhance the life of the business and that of the staff and the owner of the business. So it is on that note that I want to welcome all of you to this series for the month of May 2025. And I want to quickly recognize and salute board members of the Center for Productivity, the Center for Public Service Productivity and Development, who are present. Board members, committee chairmen, and chairwomen, you are all welcome to this program. And also, I want to congratulate you, our esteemed participants in this program, that you are welcome to a series that will impact not only your life, but also your organization's life. And today, like I said earlier, easy step to be more productive in an organization. We'll be having today no other person other than the DG of the center to feed us and to enlighten us on how to move forward as and be more productive in our endeavors, both individually and organization. Who is Dr. Chris Ebu? Dr. Chris Ebu is a peak productivity coach, tutor, tutor, public speaker, and productivity auditor. Is Director General for Public Service Productivity and Development. Also, Dr. Chris has addressed thousands of men and women, including executives, on the subject of productivity. I must say, he's very passionate about it. On this subject of productive management, performance, excellence, entrepreneurial development, and leadership. Dr. Chris Ebu is a certified productive professional and a certified management consultant who has helped hundreds of people create successful enterprises. He will guide you through generating a business plan and putting it into action to build a productive, profitable, and sustainable endeavor. With an impressive track record over many years, Dr. Chris has succeeded in keeping businesses out of collapse, guiding them into productivity, profitability, and building their net worth into positive territory. One thing is certain: Dr. Chris audiences arrive with a myriad of burning questions and always leave with valuable information targeted specifically to their individual business needs. Dr. Chris is a fellow member of Center of Productivity, Institute of Chartered Accountants of Nigeria, ICANN, Institute of Management Consultants Nigeria, Institute of Credit Administration Nigeria, Institute of Governance and Management of Nigeria, Nigerian Institute of Training and Development. Dr. Chris is an experienced writer, associate author of New Ways of Employee Employment and Entrepreneurial Finance. Both are amongst Amazon best-selling books as we have today. Dr. Chris has also published many award-winning articles in journals, such as the implementation of Odoo to food security, which appeared in the Journal of Agro Nigeria in January 2008. He also have the library, The Challenges of High Staff Turnover in Small Audit Companies, which appeared in the Journal of the Institute of Chartered Accountants in October 2004, and the Botched United Privatization, Professional Issues Involved in ICANN Ikeja District 20th Anniversary Magazine of Special Edition of 2023. Therefore, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to make welcome with me Dr. Chris Ebu, Director General of the Public Service Productivity and Development. Dr. Chris, you're welcome, sir.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Loede, our council member, for the introduction and chairing the occasion. So on behalf of the Governing Council of Center for Public Service Productivity, led by Professor Sandeep Gupta, I welcome all of you to May edition of Prosperity Through Productivity, 10 Easy Ways to be more productive. A lot of people are really gearing up to be more productive. This is where we were in Abuja, bringing in or welcoming Justice Aroa Karim, FCP, Head of Court of Grand Kadi, Kogi State Sharia Court. Now, these are some of the things we are going to look at. How productivity affects you. What is productivity? Productivity starts with you. You can be more productive. Productivity improvement techniques and 10 easy steps to be productive. The role of CPROD in your productivity and membership benefits of CPROD. Now, I will say that with the rate of inflation today, you are increasing your productivity is paramount. For instance, the price of rice has gone up in Nigeria from 8,000 to 30,000, from 30,000 to about 80,000 in the last few years. If you check from 30,000 to 80,000, that's just an increase of about 166%. Therefore, if your income or output is not equally going up at a comparative rate, it means that you will have less rice to eat. It means that you will not eat as much as you want. This is how inflation affects your standard of living. However, you can take interest on increasing your productivity as a hedge against inflation. Yes, even interest rate now borders between 25% to 35%. So that also means that if your productivity is not increasing, your income will be wiped off by inflation. Productivity is important because it contributes to growth in output, income, and living standard. Yes, your personal productivity is part of the GDP of the country. So if you are not producing or increasing your productivity, you'll be contributing in low GDP of the country. How productivity affects you? Productivity should be important to you because it helps you to meet your perhaps growing obligation on food, school fees, housing, clothing, and still maintain standard of living or even improve your quality of life. Yes, school fees keep going up. And even after you pay the school fees, you will still be required to pay other fees, graduation fees, books, this and that. Even if you have your own house, you still need to maintain it. A house you build when a cement bag is 1,500, you may need to buy cement at 10,000 to maintain it. And if you do not maintain it, it will look like a house of a diseased person. However, many pay little attention to improving their personal productivity. Ignoring personal productivity enhancement method can only lead to extreme poverty. So, what is productivity? According to Webster Dictionary, to be productive means having the quality or power of producing, especially in abundance. You must be able to produce not only what you need, but what you can use to assist and support those in their need, relations, friends, family members, and so forth. Therefore, productivity means the quality or state of being productive. This is a relationship between growth. There's a relationship between growth and productivity. If you are not productive, you are going to have a negative growth in terms of your income. Example, the company is looking for ways to improve, increase, or enhance workers' productivity. There has been an improvement in productivity. You see, what cannot be measured, what cannot be measured, we cannot benchmark it. Therefore, if you are not deliberate about measuring your output, you cannot benchmark whether you are productive or not. Productivity starts with you. Yes. Productivity sometimes sounds or seems like a very technical term, and that most likely leaves the impression on people that it cannot be achieved through simple things that we embarked on in everyday life. To the contrary, productivity starts with you. It starts with small or little things you do every day. You wake up. You can focus on being productive instead of being busy. Ferris Tim said. So a lot of people are occupied in a day, very busy. But if you ask them what they have produced, they will not be able to say. If you ask them, this thing you are doing, what income or impact is it having? Nothing. So you can be productive. Productivity is simply about the effective and efficient use of all resources. Like we said, what you are doing every day has impact on your productivity. Let's look at some of the things mentioned here. For instance, you have many resources. Example, time. All of us have the same 24 hours. Even the richest man in the world have 24 hours. How do you use your time? Your resources also include people you know, your network. It includes your knowledge, your skill, the information you have, your finance, your equipment, the space, energy, and materials. The more efficient and effective you are with these resources, the greater your achievement will be. Check in your house, for instance. You may have equipment, materials, things for the past 5-6 years you have not used. Can you consider disposing them and using the money to do another thing? Can you also consider removing them from the space and creating the space for another thing? When we talk about waste, waste is a big business. I visited one factory last week, Green Earth factory. They are producers of foam. I will share it again. They are producers of foam. Yes. And that factory, I spoke with the accountant, and he said that every day they pay about 70 million on waste or recycled bottle. This water we drink, the empty bottles, the empty cans, people bring it to them from all over the country. And they pay about 70 million daily on them. So look around you. There might be waste, things you don't need, things you have not been using. They mean a lot of money. I hope the screen, you are seeing the screen. Oloide?
Yeah, the screen is on. We are seeing the screen.
Okay, that's fine. So therefore, how to be more productive is something that everybody should think about. Productivity improvement techniques. How do you improve your productivity? This is a question that should bother you more than what is happening in Sokoto, in Lagos, in Abuja. Because this news we listen every day cannot put money in our pocket. What can put money in our pocket is what we do every day. So the easy way to survive in a situation of depressed and inflationary economy lies on switching to increased productivity in order to achieve the highest possible output per person per hour at the highest possible quality, utilizing the raw materials and technology available. Productivity improvement. There are 4 ways you can increase your productivity. 1, you increase output while input remain the same. For instance, all of us have 24 hours. So, assuming we are sending email, if you send the email manually, you can send, let's say, 100 email in a day. You can look at now, in that 24 hours, what tools can you use to send more email with the same time? So that will lead you to use technology. And when you use technology, you can send 100,000 email in a day. Therefore, you have increased the output while the input of time remain the same. You can also decrease input while output remain the same. You decrease input while your output remain the same. For instance, you're a farmer. You look at how you can decrease your input. Your input is how many workers you use to cultivate 1 acre. Instead of using 10, you can say, okay, can you use 5? Can you buy them more, more equipment, more fertilizer, and so forth. You can also increase input, resulting in a very large increase in output. You increase the input little and have higher increase in output. You can decrease input by a very large amount with a resultant small reduction in output. So in all this, the summary is that you should always look at what you are doing. What are ways you can increase the output without necessarily increasing the cost? You should always look at that. What can you do about it? I'll give you a little example. I wanted to floor an area, a house under construction. And the flooring, the quotation I was getting was around 1.5 million labor to do it. 1.3, 1.5. So what did I do? I decided to do it direct labor, to engage people, pay them every day. At the end of the day, we end up spending about 700,000, which is almost half of the cost. So in another way, I have increased the output while the input is reduced. So in anything you do, always think of how do you increase output? How do you increase output? And when you are thinking like that, you are thinking in line with productivity improvement technique. The material we are discussing, our members will receive free slide and recorded video, while others will receive free the training video. To get these materials, you should send your full name, email, phone number to the message or chat room in the Zoom. If you also want certificate of participation of this training, it's optional. You can indicate you will get an e-certificate, but you have to pay administration fee of 5,000. Now we go to other details. Easy steps to productivity. 1, you cut down your to-do list using 80-20 rule or Pareto principle. Most of us have 20-30 to do in our to-do list. And when we look at it, we're overwhelmed. Now, the Pareto principle states that 20% of our activities generate about 80% of the output. Therefore, instead that we have to focus on that 20% of our activities that generate 80% of our output. When you extrapolate this, it states also that 20% of your staff gives you 80% of your output. It can be applied in various ways. The same thing, 20% of your clients gives you about 80% of your income. Even in public sector, it is only 20% of the staff in public sector that generates 80% of the work done or accomplish 80% of the work done. Hence, when you have a lot of activities in your to-do list, you use this principle to scale it down so that you focus on the things that is possible to bring you more outcome, more income, more money. 2, minimalism. Yes, Minimalism is a concept that states that few is what is necessary. And it says that a lot of things we acquire, we do, we engage in is not necessary. Therefore, you must always look at simplifying your life, simplifying what you do to focus on the minimal 20% that is necessary so that you free up your time. A lot of time, people encroach on your time to do this, to do that, to do this, to attend to this meeting, attend to this event. Are they necessary? Even the amount of time you spend watching television, watching films, are they necessary? So we must look at what is necessary. 3, write it down a day ahead. When you project what you are going to do tomorrow, you write it down. Even when you are sleeping, you will meditate on it. You will think about it, and it will help you to know how to progress the next day on them. The next one, stop multitasking. It is a productivity killer, and focus on output. Yes, we are taught some years back that we should multitask. But then a new thinking is saying that it's a productivity killer. Why? I always use a simple example which we can all relate to bring this to light. For instance, if you are a mechanic and you have 5 cars to repair, and you lose all the engines of the 5 cars in a day, now the truth is that you will not be able to finish the 5 in that day. Therefore, no client will pay you. You will go home without any money. However, if you focus on one of the vehicles, you will be able to finish 1 or 2. And that means you will earn or you get an income for that day. Therefore, when you are not focused and you are doing a lot of things at the same time, what you will have is a lot of abandoned projects. And at the end of the day, you are not getting anything out of them. Next, we have to minimize distraction. We have to set time to look at our emails, to look at our social media. Not every time we are on it. When we do so, when we don't minimize this distraction, we can see at times you have an important thing to do. Yes, you have an important thing to do with your time. But all of a sudden, you will scroll to a social media and you find out that you have spent a lot of time, 2 hours on that social media. But the main work you said to do, you are unable to do it. Consequently, it pays to minimize those distractions by setting time to do them. The same thing goes, turning off your notifications. Your phone has a notification when you get WhatsApp message. The change ping, 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 ping. The same thing, Facebook, all of them. And when you are listening to this ping, 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 ping notification every time, it is safe. It creates distraction. That is why also those who made phone make it possible that you can put the notifications on silent so that you are not distracted. So that when you are working, you are like these people in the picture, very ahead to the task at hand. Also, when you turn off your notification, you concentrate. At the same time, some people, your phone may be ringing always, such that you end up answering one phone call from time to time. We can also put those phones in do not disturb mode so that the call can come in. Later, you return the ones you want to return, because the whole essence is all about being productive. At the same time, you are not missing anything because the message will be there, the calls will be there, and you can return it at the appropriate time. Next, steps to being productive is organize your workspace. Sometimes people workspace. Let's take, for instance, you are working with laptop. If you do not arrange the files in the proper folders, you may want to do a work. You will spend a lot of time searching for the folder, searching for the document. That will be wasted time. Also, if you are operating in a manual environment, like the one you are seeing in the picture there, if you don't arrange the document very well, when you need a document, especially in the public sector, civil service, they may take days to search for a file. Meanwhile, it will require only 10 minutes to attend to the file, but 5 days to search for the file. So when you organize your workspace, it gives you an edge over someone who is disorganized. 7, embrace technology. We can set up a reminder in our to-do list on the Google reminder on the phone. We can also use Google Sheet to do collaboration work assignment. Like we in CPROD, our staff is connected to one Google Sheet where we give assignment and they report back what they do. So at any time, the supervisor or the manager is able to assess what each person is doing, both those that are working remotely. 8, we have to set SMART goal. Yes, it is not enough to say you want to earn 1 million at the end of the month. You have to also set time limit that it will be in this end of month, and then divide the actions you need to do and evaluate them from time to time. Some have ideas about how to grow their business, how to grow their income, but they don't have time limit to it. So it is not a SMART goal, which is specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time-bound. 9, productivity is not just getting more done, but getting the right things done. That is doing the most important task. Hence, if you are working, but your work is not based on what is most important to you, at the end of the day, you will achieve those things you set out to do, but they will not make any impact in your economy, in your income, in your growth. Then you choose your friends wisely, those that inspire you to be productive, not time wasters, not those that have no goal, because you will be like the 7 or 6 people that you closely associate with. We promise 10 steps, easy steps to improve your productivity, but let's give you some extras. 11, take care of yourself. Eat right, exercise, rest, sleep. If you do not rest, you may not be energized to work. And most often, some people go to hospital out of exhaustion, and the doctor checks them, nothing is wrong with them. But because doctor knows that they're exhausted, they will give them bed rest. And the rest, you do not want to rest at your home. You will rest it in the hospital. Therefore, whereas we need to enhance our productivity, we also need to increase our health by eating right, not just eating some carbohydrate food. Fruits also should be there. We should also exercise to sleep well. The 12, We should develop the habit of saying no. Yes. For our members, we have a newsletter on this, which we have sent some time ago. The request you have, both people who want you to assist them with time, with your resources, with everything. The truth is that you cannot be able to satisfy everyone because your time is finite. Your resources is also finite. Hence, to have peace of mind, you have to learn saying no. Whereas saying no does not mean you will not help people, but then it means that you will know your limit and have budget for your time, your resources to help others. And when you reach your limit, you say no, so that you will have some peace of mind. 13, be proactive, not reactive. Things you need to do them on time. Don't wait until those things enter into crisis and you start to do them. For instance, you have a crack on the wall of your fence and you leave it. It continues to develop, to crack more until the fence falls. Instead of using 20,000 to repair it when it was just a crack, you will end up spending 1 million because you are what? Reactive. So a productive person is proactive. 14, don't engage in endless meeting. Bill Gates gives only 3 minutes for every staff one-on-one meeting. So most meetings is just an idea of not doing something. People coming to explain why they have not done what they are supposed to do. And you waste a lot of time having meetings, people giving excuses. When one's assignment is done, there are other ways you can follow up on them. You can make a phone call to follow up the extent the work is going, instead of having long meetings, long hours of meetings that produce no result. Identify when you work best. 24 hours. Some people work best in the morning, some in the afternoon, some in the night. That is to say, you must know the best time you work best and use it to your advantage. You see the man here, he's on bed rest. But then when you take care of yourself, you don't need to have bed rest. You need to give it to yourself. Okay? Next, track and limit how much time you are spending on a task. This means tracking your progress. Just like when we were in school, when we have exam to write, 5 questions in 3 hours, we don't spend all the time answering one question. We divide them 30 minutes and we attack each of them using the time allocated. So when you track the same way the time you are spending on a task, you will know whether that time is productive or not to you. I repeat, what you do per hour matters, using what you have, using technology. Some people have phone, they are browsing on Facebook, on Twitter, reading other people's news. Some people use the same phone to make millions every day. One woman told me how she advertised her goods using her phone on Facebook, and she got an order of about 9 million from people she doesn't know. Growth, quote, growth and self-transformation cannot be delegated. Yes, your personal growth and transformation, you cannot delegate it to anybody. It is your duty to grow. You don't need anybody permission to grow. But then what you do with your time will show whether you will grow or not. Another quote, accept responsibility for your life. Know that it is you who will get you where you want to go, no one else, Les Brown said. Yes, if you blame others for where you are only exonerating yourself. But then that cannot change the position you are. It is only your actions that can change your position. Next, taking responsibility is a commitment to own your life, to self-leadership, growth, and freedom. Christopher Avery. So you must take commitment for yourself, for where you are, for what you will do. It is your right. And make sure you are getting there. A lot of people have been asking about Center for Public Service and Public Service Productivity and Development. In fact, before we started this program, one person called. He wanted to know more about. I sent him the link, and he joined immediately. He joined the program. Who is CPROD and what is CPROD? CPROD became a legal entity in December 2008 with the RC 3518. It's registered as a non-profit organization, non-governmental, world-class productivity center. The whole essence of CPROD is to help African economy to the reverse from declining trend of productivity to increasing productivity by creating more awareness for productivity. A lot of people do not know much about productivity until we started to talk about it. Yes, even up to Federal Civil Service, we have taken this news about the gospel about productivity to them. We have met with the directors in office or head of service. We have put our position papers, and they are listening. They are implementing some of the things we said. And that is why, like now before, it is annual performance appraisal that is done in public service, where if you stay 2 or 3 years, you are promoted. But now they have performance management system where they use actual performance. They even subject them to exams, subject them to reviews in order to get promotion. It's no more you have spent 2 or 3 years. And the same thing, we have manufacturing plants not producing. We have millions of public service workforce that are mostly underutilized. In fact, I met last week a director of human resources in a public sector organization, a government agency. And he was very factual by stating that what they are doing is humanitarian services, that if they are really to appraise the work being done, that 70 or 80% of the staff will not be there. But then how long can we continue by being unproductive? And if government is a humanitarian activity that have to keep people who they don't need, what of as an individual? Will you still remain unproductive? These are questions we should ask ourselves. So to institutionalize productivity culture, which have defied solution over a long time, is the gospel we are propagating in CPROD. Why should you be a member of CPROD? Our members are taught best practices in productivity. They know the standards, the practices, the principles, and they include it in their daily routine, and it transforms them. They become better. Our members understand that increasing personal productivity raises their living standard and enhances national productivity. Since we started this productivity standard and practices. It has affected me personally and many others who are associated. These are some of our members receiving their award or certificates. Our members' productivity improves their real income, the ability to purchase goods and services, enjoy leisure, improve housing and education, and contribute to social and environmental impact. Increasing our members' productivity also help their businesses to be more profitable and to be able to employ more people and reduce unemployment. Also, our members can use the suffix in their names, ACP for associate, MCP for member, and FCP for full membership. And it is also a recognition of your experience, training, and standard. Moreover, we also give newsletter every month, special research reports, which inform members about updates in productivity. It also gives an opportunity for self-development, exchange of ideas with experienced and professionals, and greatest is network. We have our members who are VC. In fact, 2 of our members in Nigeria are VC. We have our members who are highly placed in government. We have our members who are in National Assembly and many other places. So we have opportunity to network. We also have ongoing productivity coaching, where we assist our members, coach them to translate what we are talking to what they can do practically. Online, in our website, our members, more than 320, are listed there, our fellows. And this gives them international networking because we have our members in US, in Canada, in Britain, in fact, South Africa, Ghana, and anywhere. We have also developed digital library. As a member, when you enter our website, you have access to that digital library. The digital library contains ebooks, videos, more than 3 years newsletters of past lectures, and all these resources are geared toward equipping you. You will read them free because we have acquired them, we have paid for them, but it's just for our members only. What is our members saying? Are we making impact? Barrister Ann Atta, a retired director of Federal Civil Service Commission, says, the training has taught me on how to pay more attention to developing and training my staff and create a conducive work environment. Professor Balogun Odele Biodun, professor in Redeemers University, he said, it has shaped my skill, broadened my horizon, and improved the level of my professionalism. So if it is impacting on others, our training, our membership will impact on you too. How are we impacting the public in general? We do direct productivity awareness campaign through email. We have emails we send to over million, we have over 3 million database, which we send email to talk to them on productivity issue. We have free open webinar like this. We have free productivity courses. We have free skill acquisition for youth. We also have members word of mouth campaign. At times, we do free digital training for youth. We have publications in national and international newspapers that propagate the gospel of productivity. These are some of the links of our past public productivity publications that you can see there. The links are there. More of them are in our website, in Sun newspaper, in Modern Ghana, in News Agency of Nigeria. In fact, News Agency of Nigeria publish most of our articles. These are some of our members during induction. The last induction was on April 12th, which we held at University of Lagos. So the next one will be in July. But then you must have undergone the training before the induction. Our membership program, like we say, is not honorary because you have to have content in order to be certified. So we have 14 topics that we train people on, which we will give you the manual and we'll discuss them. One is code of ethical conduct, because you cannot be productive if you are not a person of ethics. You will drive people away. You must be somebody who are ethical in conduct. We also take people on organizational productivity development, how not only to develop yourself, but your organization. We also take people on how to improve your staff productivity, because if you alone is productive, your staff are not supportive, you will not go far. The fourth one is productivity strategies for flexible working options and hours. Nowadays, people work from home, but how do you make sure that you have strategies that will make sure that they contribute to the organizational goal? You will be trained on that. We have setting realistic productivity standards, setting milestones for achieving said growth, organizational knowledge management, application of technology in whatever you do, digital business marketing, managing cash flow, best practices in personal productivity, efficient and productivity organization, building, how to build it, how to negotiate a deal, and succession planning. If you go through these 14 modules, you cannot be the same. And no matter what you read, what you study in school, you will agree with me that most of these things are not part of the curriculum. Therefore, you need to fill the gap. Membership fact check. CPROD is recognized international. In fact, we are accredited by International Qualification Assessment of US. We also don't do honorary membership, because if you say you're a productivity professional, you must be able to defend it. Our lectures, discussions are interactive. We also have online option for membership, which allow people who are outside the country to participate. We have free books worth over $1,000. About 10 we give to members after completion of their program. And regular membership interaction through virtual meetings are run. We also cooperate with foreign universities like Da Vinci University, Crown University, to run MSc, MBA, PhD programs in management areas, including productivity. We also have attendance of monthly free lectures, which is a tip in the iceberg. So you can always interact with us through info@centerforproductivity.org. There are many informations there, or send WhatsApp to this number. When you waste a moment, you have killed it in a sense, squandering an irreplaceable opportunity. But when you use the moment properly, filling it with purpose and productivity, it lives you forever. So this is an opportunity to embrace personal productivity for your personal growth. Don't waste time on it. Don't allow idleness to deceive you for a while. You give him today, he steals tomorrow from you. We have said before that if you need this material, you should send your full name, email, phone number to the chat room. And many have done that. About 50 people have done that. And it's optional also. If you need the e-certificate to show that you have partaken in this program, you can indicate in the chat, and you pay just 5,000 and you will get the e-certificate, which will be evidence of your knowledge in this area. In the past 1 hour or so, you will agree it has been a time well spent. We cannot cover everything you need to know about improving your productivity, even in a whole day. But you can get more information on how you can grow your organization and individual productivity through our website, www.centerforproductivity.org. You will see testimonial of many people who are doing so. In conclusion, 3 questions that can improve your productivity based on Harvard University research are these. The drop question. You should be able to ask yourself, what items can I drop from my list? What are some of the things you can remove? The delegate question. You can ask yourself, what items can I delegate to a subordinate or a source? The redesign question. What do I need to continue doing but can do in a new and time-efficient way? This is based on Harvard University research. When you ask these 3 questions, you focus on being productive and not being busy. In conclusion, wisdom is not common sense, but costly sense. Knowledge is not the raw material of wisdom, but applied knowledge is the raw material of wisdom. There's no value of knowing what is right if you will not do it. Wisdom is the principal raw material for leaders. Therefore, if you can apply some of these lessons learned today, you will certainly have a quantum leap on your personal productivity and thus become a leader in productivity. Thanks for listening.
Thanks very much, Dr. Chris. Thank you very much. And I believe that you will agree with me that he has done justice to the paper today. We want to appreciate you, sir, for all you do at every time we call upon you to address this program. And this is how we're going to do it. I will do a review. Then if there's any question, please you raise up your hand. Then I will pick you one by one. The first 3 questions will be attended to by the speaker. Then the next 3 will be attended to by the speaker. And that's how we go on until we put an end to it. However, I don't know about some of us, but I believe that what we have had today is something that we must have had part of it or some of it somewhere else, but it doesn't resonate. So, for example, the speaker is going to tell us how productivity affects you and affects organizations. It affects you. You buy rice for 30,000 some time ago, and you now buy for 80,000. What do you need to do is to produce, to make more productive, to make yourself more productive, to be able to afford to buy the rice at 80,000. The same thing applies to organizations. Also, he was able to define productivity for us. I know that when you get the slides, you'll be able to look at this, some of these things in the paper again. Also, productivity starts with you. For example, we are told that focus on being productive instead of being busy. Busy doing what? That's what you do to make you to become productive, because the result determines how busy and productive you are being. So, and you can be more productive if you are effective and run your business effectively and efficiently at all times. And the other ones are here to give us about 10 steps to improvement techniques. Yeah, a lot of them there. We'll look at them. Also, easy steps to productivity, minimalization, stop multitasking. All those things are very, very important. Turn off notification. I know as we're in this meeting, some people are still pressing their phones. Some may not even have listening very well. But what matters is that notification always distracts. And once you go ahead to touch your notification or hear your phone ring, what it does is that it kills or stop that thought you have that you wanted to apply to whatever you are doing. You have to organize yourself, your workspace. Waste also makes you unproductive, because if you want to use a table and the whole place is filled with junks, you have to first of all pack them, which is taking much of your time before you can sit down to do the work. The one I like most here is about the quotes. Growth and self-transformation cannot be delegated. Growth, especially individual growth, and self-transformation cannot be delegated. You can't expect me to transform you. You hear an information and you to transform yourself to become a better person as we go along in your life, either as individual or as an organization. And all the things you have had here, you must be able to use them to bring up your education, your organization, sorry. These are very, very important. I must also remind you that I've seen people already sending their names for the certificate and the slides. Please continue to do that. And the admin are working on it, are looking at it. Uh, as you do that, also, let me leave time because time is running out for us so that people can go about their business. Please, I will call on Blessing Okwe to ask your question, please. Blessing Okwe, go ahead and ask your question.
Thank you very much.
Welcome,
Mine is not a question in a way, but just to
okay.
say thanks to our able presenter, Dr. Chris. He
Okay.
not only spoke as a professional, he spoke like a father. Since I joined this CPROD, anywhere I walked, there's always a difference. Nobody fits into that shoes. And this course will help you think outside the box. What can I do different? What impact can I make? And once you follow all the principles and the steps, really, you will never regret being a member of this CPROD. I want to say thank you. Just to say thank you. God bless you and bless your team.
Thank you, Madam Blessing Okwe. That's a great one. Thank you very much. And you're a member. That's a good testimony. And I believe that it has been happening to almost all of us who are members of this great organization. Any other question, please, or observation or addition? Mr. Frank Ofosu, please go ahead and ask your question.
Hello.
Oh, welcome, sir.
Thank you, sir. My name is Frank Ofosu Asante.
Yes.
I'm in Ghana at the moment.
We are welcome.
Thank you. Yes. Just like the speaker said, this is just a tip of the iceberg.
Yeah.
And I know there are better things to follow. My question is like 3 in 1.
Okay, go ahead.
The first one is, we know the membership, the ACP, FCP, and the MCP. But we don't know the qualifications that will merit one to get to either ACP, MCP, or FCP. That's the first one. The second question is on the membership fee. I thought he was going to talk about the membership fee, but he was silent on it. And then the last one is on people like me who are not in Nigeria. How do we join? How do we effect the payment? What is there for us? How do we, like, I hope you understand my question.
I understand you very well.
Thank you, sir.
Did you address it? Any other question?
Thank you.
Anybody before doctor address that? Doctor, please address that one quickly so that Mr. Oposu's concerns.
Okay.
Dr. Chris, go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead and address
So
that.
I appreciate Dr. Blessing Okwe. And we can see the testimony. She's one of our members. She said that since she joined, practicing these things that are said has made anywhere she walk, nobody fits into the shoe. And that is what productivity does. Then to my friend Frank Ofosu from Ghana. Yeah. One is how to, the qualifications to get to each of the membership criteria, ACP, MCP, and FCP. Frank, if you go to our website under membership, the criteria are there. So I don't want to bug people with things that they can easily see. So if you go to our website, click in membership, and you will see the criteria. And if you cannot see it, you can just send email info@centerforproductivity.org. They will give you those information. The same with our membership fees. Our membership fees are there too, both in dollar and in naira. I'm very sure of that. But if you don't see it, you can also send email. It will interest you to know that we have more than 4 or 5 members, our members that are in Ghana.
Right.
And if you also send email, we can give you their contact so that you can relate with them. We have some of our members that are in Ghana. And payment is not an issue because you can use their card to pay, even online. We have that. So if you have any challenge at all, you send us a mail, we will deal with that. We even have some, I think GT is in Ghana. Yes. EcoBank is in Ghana. We have some of the banks that are in Nigeria that are also in Ghana. So you can also pay through them. So that is not an issue. I hope that
Thank you, Doctor.
addresses your concern.
Yes, thank you, Doctor.
Yeah.
Mr. Kwajafa Hama, please go ahead. If I'm correct with your name, right?
Yeah, sure, that's correct. Thank you very
Okay,
much.
yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Chris, for continuous reminder on productivity. Even if you have attended productivity seminar for so many times, each one that is given to you will pick 1 or 2 things that will help you. So thank you for the. My question is, how can we contribute to the bureaucracy on productivity? Because day in, day out, the bureaucracy remains the same and red tape continue to exist. How can we make the civil service productive so that you don't need to be following up your file? Somebody should be able to do his job. And if the workers are taught on productivity, they're supposed to do these things seamlessly without any prompting. They're supposed to carry your file, forward it without you following up. So I don't know why it is so endemic in Nigeria that we allow this red tape to continue and the workers do what they want. The seniors cannot punish staff while he has holding file for too long. Nobody's being reprimanded, and it's not productive for Nigerian economy. So, as an institution, as an association, as an productivity center, what can we do to impact on the civil service to be productive? Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Doctor, you can take that one.
No, let's take 3. Let's take 3 at a time so that we can save time.
Yes. Any other question, please, so that we can take it.
There is this Otumba Kunle. There's Michael
Yeah.
also.
Otumba Kunle, yes.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Good morning, sir, our chairman for the session.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
And Dr. Chris Ebu, once again, thank you very much for the job well done. We continue to do it. I had this little comment. I actually wanted to speak with my friend Nelson so that we are able to take care of it, but I thought it could benefit everyone. Some of us who have been members, even like someone like me for more than 5 years now, we continue to receive this, do you call it advice or awareness for us to join CPROX? So what that tells me is either that we are trying to cast the net so wide so that we bring in so many eligible people on board. But again, sometimes when it comes, it looks as if we are not looking at the register of our existing members. So I just thought if there's anything that the institute want to do about it, so that I just thought I should share it here. Ordinarily, I would have taken up with Nelson so that we take that one up. I don't know whether you get where I'm coming from.
Yes. Okay, that's fine. So let's take Michael.
Michael.
Yeah, thank you very much, sir. I really appreciate the center, and the lecture was quite educating. Yes, and empowering, not just educating, but empowering as well. Yes, but my question is this, concerning the induction, the training and the induction, or the training for the induction, the amount sent, does it cover both the training and the induction, or is just the training? Because since induction is on a different date entirely, yes, the training must the knowledge must be acquired before the induction. The amount, does it cover the two? Because I've received nomination, letter a couple of times, but I've tried to just find out that. That's question one. Then I don't know if I can ask this here. In terms of payments, can one make payments twice, 2 installments? The economy situation and the take-home pay, which does not take anyone home, so that one can still be part of it, at least spread across 2 months, so that one can pay in 2 installments before the induction. That's just the question. Thank you.
Okay. So I think
Thank you very much. Yes, you can go ahead.
I can take the question. The first one is with is from our member, Kwajafa. Yes. Thanks.
Yes.
A lot. He asks about the bureaucracy in civil service and the red tape file being kept too long. What the center can do about it. Oloyede is the chairman of the Intergovernmental Relation. So Oloyede, please, can you speak on that?
Yes. Thank you very much, Doctor, for putting the question to me, or the observation to me. As the committee chairman on intergovernmental relations, for the past 3 or 4 years, we have been on the neck of the head of service to do something about all this. And the area I want to address quickly is that Doctor mentioned the issue of now the change from ordinary promotion to now performance that is determined before you are promoted. It's one of the things that we discuss with them. However, on the issue of this bureaucracy, I left service about 11 years ago after 5 years in service, and I know the concern of Mr. Kwajafa. I know what the of us are going through. And I thought that it would be better after I left, and it's getting worse. All have to do with training. We just want to talk to the staff on how to be productive. Some of them see as if whether I work or I don't work, 30 days I will collect my money. We have been rating data state of service. In fact, there was a time we wrote letter to them 2 years ago, 2023, that we want to give them free, all the civil servants, all the staff of head of service force, free training. Free. Do you know that they've not replied our letter? After going there several times, they didn't reply. The civil service is just a place where you are trying to make them better. They still don't want to do that. If you sit down here to tell you what we have gone through, myself and the DG and other members of the board, you'll be amazed that you just want to truncate your effort to make things work. But that's why that will not relent because to do what you're supposed to do. And Mr. Kwajafa, you are now a member. You just have to continue to talk to your staff for them to make a difference. Every day, even where I am now, I still go to them to give them free training. I go there, I talk. So they will not come. But you see, we have to give back to society where we live.
I said they should be born. There's one thing I give them.
So that's what I want to say for now. So I will not take too much time. We are working on it, and we're going to do the same for us because this is type of public service development, and we have to continue to do that to ensure that service, not only Nigeria, but in Africa, do away with this recruiters that's killing the service bit by bit. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Doctor.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Chairman. But I'm not a public.
Then
I'm the
Okay, you're not the public servant.
No, and my staff are doing well. I'm just complaining generally about
no.
Yes.
Thank you for the observation. We are working on that. We want to work with them. They are pushing us off. let me say it here, it's what everybody knows. Civil service is what can I get? And productivity, you can't think of what you are going to get. What you are going to get is after you have trained your staff and they're doing well, it is civil service will now become much more productive that everybody will enjoy. The whole of the country will enjoy.
Honestly, and very bad attitude.
It's very bad. And we also know that this unproductive attitude of civil servant, the one we implement net of service or that place, it's affecting the agricultural sector, it's affecting the security sector,
Exactly.
it's affecting all the sectors because we're not
So
productive.
sad.
If everybody does what's supposed to at a particular time and do it well, we won't be having this problem. Productivity is the base of everything that the problem that we have in Nigeria today. Thank you very much, sir. We will be discussing at the back. Okay, sir.
Thank you,
sir.
Doctor,
Yeah.
go
Then
ahead.
the other person, Otumba Kunle, he talks about he keep receiving the emails even after joining. I think Nelson is in a better position to address that because that's his own department. Nelson, can you talk on that?
Can you hear me, sir?
Yeah,
Go ahead.
go ahead.
Okay, all right. Kindly, in situation you receive such email, kindly unsubscribe from the list. Unsubscribe from the list. Probably maybe you're using 2 emails and we don't know that particular emails. And that is why you're receiving that on that particular email that comes in. So you can unsubscribe from that list. You won't receive it anymore. But because from time to time, we usually check all our members and remove them from other database that we invite people for membership program. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, that is handled. Then, okay. The 5th person, Michael. Michael asks about induction and training, whether the fee covers both. Yes, the fee covers the 2 of them because the motive is not profit, but to create more awareness. Then can one pay twice? Yes, that is why the gap between the training and induction, you have at least 3 months. So you can pay twice, but you have to complete paying before the induction. I think that answers that. Any other question?
Mr. Victor Efiong, please go ahead. Mr. Victor Efiong, please go ahead. Mr. Victor
Okay, thank
Efiong.
you very much. Thank you
Welcome.
very much, Dr. Chris. Thank you so much for your brilliant lecture, even though I came in a bit late. Mine is more of a request. Of course, we spoke yesterday, sir, when you sent me the invite, and I really want to thank you for the privilege to join in this very interesting conversation. I would have loved to know if we can get the slides or the recording of this session so that we can have a playback at our spare time and go through these points that you have mentioned to also help us improve our productivity, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Welcome.
Okay.
Mr. Michael Eliku, are you still asking your question? Mr. Michael Eliku.
No,
Yes.
I just gave a thumbs up to the response to my question.
Okay. Sir, Doctor, please go ahead and answer that.
Yes, thanks a lot, Victor Efiong. You joined late. During the lecture, we mentioned that our members will get the slide and the video, while non-members will get only the video. And that if you're interested in that, you should put your name, full name, and email and contact in the chat room, which many have done. We also said that you can get certificate to show participation, which you pay 5,000 if you indicate also on the chat room. The admin will get across to you. Really, you joined late. That's why you didn't catch that aspect. Thanks a lot. Now,
Did you thank you very
yeah.
okay, we have another one. Go, sir.
Yeah.
Go.
So I just wanted to give 1 or 2 of our members here who have benefited from being a member. I know Dr.
Yeah, Akade, sir.
mentioned how she benefited. So let's give one or two of our members opportunity to also talk about how they have benefited and implemented what they are learning. Is there any here who wants to speak?
Yes, I would like to speak, Dr.
Okay.
Chris.
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Yes, my name is Tamnobere Philip Brown, FCP. And I would like to first and foremost thank Dr. Chris for the wonderful job he's doing in CPROD. I would also like to thank Nelson. Nelson has been on top of his game, communicating and discussing issues relating to CPROD. He hasn't relented at all. So I want to thank the whole team, CPROD team that has made it very possible for us to have webinars, Zoom meetings, and lectures unrelentlessly. I would like to thank everyone, the group. I happen to work with the River State Civil Service, and I must tell you that some of the issues of productivity has been a very serious problem in the civil service generally, and even in this particular in this state. In fact, yesterday we just ended a 4 days very intensive training. It's called the Leadership Transformational Training, handled by experts from NIPS and APSCON. And I was wondering, it was, as the training was going on, I saw the need for CPROD to be part of that training. And I was asking myself, what would I have done to have brought CPROD to be part of such a training? Because the training is for directors, for select directors, for administrators, local government administrators, permanent secretaries across the board, all civil service. And I was thinking that CPROD would have been a very serious and major part of that training to talk about productivity, because that's the essence at the end of the day. Yes, you can transform as a leader, but the core essence of the entire, governmental thing is performance. We will talk so much about the performance in the index that is missing. We talked about appraisals. Why would we subject ourselves to subjective appraisal all the time rather than to objective appraisal, where key performance indices are spelled out to the staff, and then we should do a transformation of the entire civil service. And I think that's where CPROD come in. And I think that I should work with Dr. Chris to see how we can coordinate and align with the River State Civil Service through the head of service to see how CPROD can come in from time to time to participate in trainings like this. And I think that I can, Dr. Chris, I think we need to talk about it later privately. But in all, I think that CPROD is doing a wonderful thing. And I think they can spread more than they are right now, even though I know that they are all spread across some continents of the world. And I think that locally we can do better than we're doing now. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Thank you very much.
Philip Brown. Philip, well done. So we met at Presidential Hotel in Port Harcourt, isn't it?
Yes, we did.
So you have my contact. So any opportunity that we need to get involved, I trust that you will let us know. Thanks a lot.
I definitely will. I missed this opportunity, really. I did. It didn't occur to me until the very day of the training started. When the training started halfway, I just thought, CPROD should have been part of this. At least one or two experts from CPROD should have been taking the whole, because it was class 3 groups, group 1, group A, B, C, would have been able to talk specifically on productivity, especially listening to you, Dr. Chris, on this, your commentaries. That would have been so suitable for productivity slides in this just concluded program. So I think we can do better. as we progress in our conversation regarding to productivity. Productivity is something that is needed, so needed in the public service, even as it is in the private sector. Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much.
One other member can comment on how he has applied what he has learned. Any other member who wants to comment?
Any other member, we can wrap up. Everybody can go back to.
So in order, okay. So
yes, I can comment.
okay.
Yes, I can comment from the perspective of the church. I've been a fellow of the center, and I'm grateful for the trainings and experiences with the center. I remember, I've forgotten the particular training we had. Okay, the one we had a training on artificial intelligence. And that thing really helped me to sort of create awareness among my workforce and my colleagues, because I'm a pastor and I lead all Baptist pastors in Nigeria. I'm the national chairman of Baptist pastors in Nigeria, but more than 12,000. So, and that helped me to sort of inject into my awareness creation on how to apply, be aware of AI and its impact and the positive usages of it. I even encourage them that, of course, each person can even have their own personal AI tools to use. Yes, and that is CPROD is an organization that enriches the members with information, with up-to-date skills and all of that to lead productivity in every sector. Just application of the trainings is very, very key. So I'm glad to be part of it. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Mr. John, can we please go ahead, sir? Mr. Carol, sir.
I tried to raise up my hands.
Okay, you can go ahead, sir. Mr. Carol, they came in.
Hello, thank you so much.
Thank you very much, sir.
Hello, sir.
My name is John Carol.
My name is Carol Akemi.
Please, let John speak.
Can I go ahead?
Okay, yeah, John, please speak.
John, go ahead, sir. Go ahead, sir. Mr. John.
Thank you very much. My name is John Carol, FPP. Yes, I'm a consultant. Yes, I'm a management consultant and business development service provider. Actually, I mean, a lot of things I train people on, but when it comes to productivity, when it comes to, results delivery and co, they are part of those things I've learned from CPROD. And as a consultant, it has really helped me so much. Firstly, looking at it internally, how do I organize my operations? How do I get my staff productive? How do I deliver the goals within a short time? It has personally helped me in my organization. It's also helped me even in helping so many organizations to become productive. Because you discover that so many people are doing something here and there, but there is no results. So productivity is not just about what you are doing, but what you get from what you are doing, the results you are getting. And that has really helped a lot of organizations to become competitive. So, it has really been a wonderful experience, sincerely speaking. And this regular capacity building workshop has really so much added value to me. In fact, sometimes when I'm in the office, my other people say, come, please, let's put it on speaker. Let us also learn from this thing. So it has not only benefited, but there are a lot of people that have benefited from even this regular workshop that are not even in the summit. So it's really making a lot of impact. And a lot of those who have benefited have gone back to where they work to make changes. And I think we have to commend CPROD for this great work. But I know we still have a lot to do, because we still the issue of productivity, both not only in the public sector, even in the private sector, is also a key thing. But among the small and medium enterprises, it's a key issue that has to really be worked on. Thank you very much, sir, for this opportunity.
Thank you, Mr. Carol. Mr. Carol, please go ahead.
Thank you so much for this opportunity to speak this morning. I want to thank Dr. Chris for this wonderful lecture. It's very timely and is on point. Well, I had a meeting in the office, but I think because of the speaker, some of my top stars were listening. They said, look, what will we do to have CPRODs come to train our staffs? So that, again, I want to ask, is there a possibility CPROD can organize training for individual organization?
Doctor, go ahead and answer.
Yeah, it's possible. Just send us an email.
Okay.
Or you contact Nelson if you have his number. Send a mail.
Okay.
We'll take
All
it
right.
from there.
All right, good. I'll do that. And secondly, what does it take to be a bona fide member, full-fledged member of CPROD? So not just talking from the friends, but to be in the building as part and parcel of the family. Yes.
The same way you have to talk to Nelson, sir.
Okay, good.
Give you every necessary you needed.
Yeah, talk to Nelson.
Yes,
or
sir.
send email. Yeah, they will be
Okay, that's it. But lastly, I want to appreciate you. You guys are doing a wonderful work. It's an eye-opener. This is something that you use thousands of dollars to go to. The same thing. I don't see the difference between Harvard and what CPROD is doing. It's the same thing. It's just the name that's different. So thank you so much. I appreciate this opportunity. I'm so grateful.
Thank you, Mr. Akiyemi. We'll be expecting you to join us soon.
I will do that. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, sir. Thank you, sir. Yes.
Thank you. DJ, I think we have gotten enough.
Yeah,
members.
we have gotten enough. We may ask governing council member Solis, Dr. Solis, to do the vote of thanks and conclude this remark.
Dr. Solis, Dr. Kade, please.
Okay.
You're welcome, sir.
Yeah, a very good morning to everybody. And first of all, let me appreciate Dr. Chris Egbu for this very wonderful lecture, which he gave. Let me just begin to thank everybody who have been on this call for over 1.5 hours now. And it's really great to hear people share, how our center has actually benefited them. For me, just one thing in the organization where I worked, NLNG, I was voted the most inspirational mentor of the year for 6 consecutive years. 6 consecutive. This is voting by the broad spectrum of over 2,000 staff. And I just want to share equally that it's all part of what I have learned from what we do here. Dr. Chris really did justice to the topic. And once again, I really want to really thank him for the key things we have learned, especially how to apply the productivity equation. So let me increase my volume a bit. Yeah. Okay. Secondly, Dr. Chris, equally want to thank you for helping us know how to apply the Pareto principle, the 20-80 principle. Most of us, we know about it, but we really like the way you have espoused it here. And then the third one are those three questions, the very hard, what I call the hard questions from Harvard, the research. We really want to thank you, Dr. Chris. The drop question, the delegate question, and the redesigned question. And then lastly, Dr. Chris, we want to thank you for helping us understand that we should be productive and not just busy doing things which are not productive. Our anchor for the day, Sir Adiola we really want to thank you.
Thank
You
you very
have
much.
done you have done what only you know how to do best. And I
Thank
think
you.
maybe a lot of us will have to come to you so that you can actually coach us. And once again, for the audience, once again, I really want to thank you all on behalf of Able DG for your time. And then for those who have raised the questions about how we can be of help to organizations, we really want to thank you, for what you have shared. And I would say let's just go back, take action, and walk the talk. So on this note, I'd like to yield the floor back. Thank you once again.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sole. We are very grateful as usual. You have been very wonderful. I want to appreciate all of us once again for coming, and I hope you get more people for us next time that we'll have a program like this. Thank you very much, and have a lovely day ahead. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Bye, sir.
Is here to support you every step of the way. For more info, contact us via info@centreforproductivity.org +234 803 587 8800 +234 802 319 4131. Enroll now.